biological features in a single ant species. The perfect recipe for an invasive ant. Hence, these ants have been so hard to get rid of in our forest, even after 2 years. But all these ants here have no idea they're about to be food to a giant. A giant anteater descended from the skies, sucking the colony into oblivion. And just like that, our anteater enjoyed yet another meal of Dark Horde. This would help cut back on the Dark Horde's population, but not entirely eradicate them. But one concerning thing, the building of this new bridge between Verdantia and Arcadia is not only would our favorite critters be able to cross over to the grasslands, but so too with the dangerous ones. And I wasn't sure how strong the Dark Horde would become once they meet their compatriots on the other side. The Sagittarius army was fussing about the open soil of the grasslands, feasting on a dead cricket, when the giant anteater came down to feast on them. These lands were home to the Sagittarius army, which I've also been doing my best to cut back on. This super colony is even faster and stronger than the Dark Horde. I bet they're older too. And who knows how much stronger they'd be. Once they ultimately meet the Dark Horde, they'll surely join forces. We just have to see. The strengthening of invasives wasn't on the top of my mind though, because I felt this new bridge joining Verdantia and Arcadia would do more good than bad in our ecosystem. Now, building this new bridge was quite the task. The team went in to clean the area and begin constructing the glass bridge on site. This glass bridge was designed with the help of my trusted friend and her hobbyist, Ben, who also helped me build both Hydromeda and Verdantia. This non-AI video, using his architectural designing software, was the initial design we came up with. The glass bridge would sit on brackets jutting out of the wall and run along the top of the windows to bridge the two vivaria together. It took our team several days to work on this bridge. And they loved watching the vivaria during their breaks. Likewise, as the team was working in the ant room, all the creatures within the vivaria spied on the men building their future bridge.
With melodies and rhythms, watch love unfurl, bringing joy and light.
I don't think the animals could comprehend what was truly up ahead for them. Neither will you guys, AC family.
Dancing through the night. Our hearts in a whirl.
As the Verdantian Bridge was coming together, another major project was being born down in the lowlands. Godzilla, my young spectacled caiman, was asleep below the water's surface, with just the tip of his nostrils above the water. In nature, this behavior would allow him to remain unseen below the water's surface, where he could be free from predators. As yes, even a 4-foot crocodilian like him could fall prey to even larger animals. But where he was about to go, he wouldn't need to worry about that. The various tetras of the wetlands swam around, fat and older now. These fish, like all creatures, eventually age, and I could see it in their slower and fatter bodies. I imagine they would make a great meal for Godzilla. Now, as I've mentioned in the past, as much as having our Croc move into Hydromeda would look absolutely stunning for about 2 minutes, knowing him, it wouldn't be long before he realized he was living in a buffet and would go on to eat every single fish, snail, shrimp, and creature he could catch. Hydromeda, as a biodiverse wetlands ecosystem, would cease to exist. But I've begun the planning stage for his next place of residence. Just across the pond, and adjacent to Pandora, is a stretch of empty space in front of this line of windows, and has been the spot I've been eyeing for months as the location in the ant room to construct his next home. I would simply need to relocate the Leviathan's ant farm tank somewhere else. We're doing this, guys. I began to visualize in my head and trace with my hands the shape of the future enclosure as I saw it in my mind. This next build was going to be a first for me of its kind, one for which it would take me months to design and or order the various specialized parts needed. But I knew if I could be successful at making what I saw in my head a reality, it would be a truly phenomenal build. I knew it would take a lot of work and time still, so I would use this time over the next few months to do more research, especially on what flora and fauna would be inhabiting such a space. AC family, mark this day as the day we begin the planning for Vivarium 5. AC family, behold!
Sexless marriages have one thing in common. A man who grew up being a nice guy. There's a version